All right, everybody. So I have week 2 here of the NDGL, and I am 0-1 after losing my first game, but hoping to rebound here against a non-divisional foe, and that would be the San Francisco GiEnteis. And yeah, it's CFran is the owner, and there's my draft if you guys can't remember. And I will quickly go over his draft now. And right off the bat, the thing I'm really afraid of is obviously Mega Mawile, his OU pick, his first round pick. And I'm going to actually pretty heavily try to, bring a defensive team because of it. Plus, he also has Dragonite. So, yeah, I kind of figure that those are going to be the heavy hitters. But he surprises me. He does not bring his Mega Mawile, which is really shocking to me. But I'm more than fine with. Although he is going to try to counter my team, he definitely has some interesting plays up ahead. So that's all I will say. And let the week 2 match begin. So he's going to lead with Armaldo, as I lead with Goodra. And yeah, I kind of figure he's just going to set up Stealth Rocks or something. I decided to go for the Draco Meteor. Armaldo obviously does not have great special defense, so I'm kind of hoping to 2-hit KO it. Instead, he ends up taking that pretty well, and he gets the crit knockoff, which not only gets rid of my Assault Vest, but it crits me, so that's going to be looking to be a 2-hit KO range for him. And I don't think I can 2-hit KO after the special attack drop, and there you go. He's going to go for a Stone Edge, and that will actually kill Goodra with another crit. I don't think that crit mattered, though, but I think that the crit knockoff got him to the point that he could do that. Surprising me early here with the offensive Romaldo. So I'm going to go into my Greninja now, and I decided to bring Ash Greninja this time, and this is perfect setup bait for it. I was kind of expecting him to switch. I went for the Dark Pulse, which will hit anything he brought pretty hard, but he doesn't, which is fantastic because it lets me go ahead and Mega Evolve, or transform, I guess, into Ash Greninja. And this is actually a spec set, so I can hit very, very hard. Looking at his team before the battle, I noticed that nothing can really outspeed Ash Greninja, so I felt pretty safe and confident going for a spec set. Anyway, I'm just going to go into Scizor now, and he's going to go ahead and switch into Aqua his Vaporeon, and I'm just going to go ahead and U-turn. It does actually pretty decent damage, actually, and I'm just going to go into Porygon-Z. The worst he can do, I thought, was... I thought he was going to Scald, which would do some damage, but I wouldn't really care about the burn. Instead, he just goes for the Toxic, which is a mild nuisance for my Porygon-Z, and I'm thinking, okay, he's either going to switch, or... he's probably going to switch. This would be a pretty good time to set up the Z conversion, because if I can set that up, it can pretty much damage anything he switches into, looking at his team. And I will say I was not expecting what he was going to do next. So I do go for that Z conversion, and I do become the electric type, and he just goes for the Haze, which gets rid of all of my stat boosts that I get from the Z conversion. I am still an electric type, though, so obviously I can still hit pretty hard with a adaptability boosted Thunderbolt, especially against a Pokemon weak to it like Vaporeon. He didn't bring anything, because he didn't bring his Gligar that can really... obviously be immune to this, so he's pretty much has to take the kill on something, and he is going to let Vaporeon die. But that Vaporeon, the Haze, I was like, what? Haze Vaporeon? It's crazy stuff right there, and he used it excellently. Anyway, so in comes the Sticky Web, and that's a pretty obvious thing for him to do, and I decided to just go for the Ice Beam because obviously it resists electric. I'm going to do a little more than half to it, but Porygon-Z is now to the point that he can pretty much kill it with anything. And yeah, he's just going to go for the Bug Buzz. I let Porygon-Z die, and that Sticky Web is going to actually be a major pain for me, obviously, because I did bring, not the Scarf set, but the Specs, Ash Greninja, which means after that Sticky Web, I'm going to have a hard time outspeeding like I want to. I did bring Claydol, however, and Claydol is my Rapid Spinner on this team. I did bring just standard Choice Band Scizor this time, and I decided to go for the knockoff, actually predicting this Arcanine, so that's pretty good. It knocks off the Muscle Band, which is an item you don't really see often, but whatever. And he's just going to go ahead and double switch. As I switch out, not wanting to take a fire move, I got into my Slowbro, and I'm like, okay. Meloetta, what is this thing going to do? It could be the Pirouette form, I don't know. I decided just to stand and Scald. He ends up tricking me a Choice Specs, and this is a max defense Slowbro, so this will actually allow me to actually get some decent damage with this thing. I do have 3 attacking moves today. I decided not to go for a Calm Mindset because I wanted the coverage. I wanted Flamethrower to deal with Mawile. I wanted Ice Beam to deal with Dragonite. And, of course, I have Scald and Slack Off as well. So, anyway, the Skull doesn't do that much. This is probably a bulky Meloetta, and yeah, she's just gonna go for a Hyper Voice. Doesn't do much, thanks to the resistance on Scizor. And yeah, this thing is still Psychic type, so I feel pretty confident just going for the U-turn. And obviously that will give me a pretty good matchup, no matter what he goes into, because it allows me to go and get the matchup advantage. Anyway, he's going to go into Arcanine. I do get off that U-turn. It is resisted, however, and I'm like, okay, I really need to get rid... I really would like to set up my own Stealth Rocks, and I really would like to get rid of the sticky web. So I go into Ash Greninja. Yeah. No, I remember what I did. I went into Ash Greninja here, and I'm like, oh crap, he has Extreme Speed. I don't want to take damage on it, so I was like, oops. Plus I was kind of like pivoting. I don't know. I guess I was baiting to see if he had Extreme Speed. But obviously he does, and it doesn't really do much to Claydol anyway, so the free hit is fine. And yeah, now I decide to go for the Stealth Rocks, and I do that to try to actually get the damage on this, try to get them up before this Dragonite comes out to break Multiscale. Or is it Marvel Scale? No, it's Multiscale, right? Yeah, Multiscale. But unfortunately, he's going to go into it very wisely when I try to do that, so that sucks. I'm just going to switch out into Slowbro, figuring that, max defense Slowbro. That's the reason I brought this Slowbro. I have his specs. Hopefully I can, if he goes for a Dragon Dance, I feel pretty confident I can live a move after that. But he's going to actually, and I figure that I could live 2 of any normal move. But he surprises me here with the Devastating Drake, which I assume is being boosted by Outrage, making insanely powerful Dragon type of move here. I'm like, okay, how well is Slowbro going to take this? He ends up taking about 75%, so that's not good. I'm going to die to an Outrage if I stay in. I'm like, well, crap. I'm just going to go into Scizor. Hopefully, he does go for that Outrage. Well, no, instead he goes for the Dragon Dance, which makes it even worse. I do have Regenerator, obviously, on Slowbro, so I'm getting HP back when I switch out, so I should be about 50% when I come back in. But after a Dragon Dance, I'm not sure if that'll be enough. I decided to go for the Bullet Punch to break the, multi-scale. He's just going to go for the Earthquake, and it ends up not killing Scizor, due to Scizor's actually decent defense, but obviously the Extreme Speed will be enough to take me out, obviously moving before my Bullet Punch, so that sucks, and I'm just going to go to Slowbro again. And I was tempted, to switch out again to get another Regenerator boost, but I'm like, max defense Slowbro, you can do this! Turns out, no, it can't, and down goes Slowbro. And I did that. I mean, it was really a wash play. Looking back on it, if I would have went into Claydol there, I might have been able to get back in Slowbro and live. But this was actually maybe the better play. Now, obviously, I can't really do much here with Claydol. I'm just going to go for the Rapid Spin because at this point, my only chance is to set up a Greninja sweep. So the Rapid Spin will get rid of the Sticky Web, and this thing does get its 3rd turn of Outrage. I was hoping that it would only get 2 and be confused this turn, so I could at least explode on this guy, but no. He does it the 3rd turn, but now he's confused, and it really comes down to this. Ash Greninja can outspeed the rest of his team. It depends whether or not he's going to be able to get off a Extreme Speed on me. And indeed, he does not. He hurts himself, his confusion. I get off that Dark Pulse, and now he is going to be, there's really nothing he can do. Ash Greninja specs, he has nothing at this point that can live it, especially not after a Stealth Rock hit. He does have this Arcanine, which also has Extreme Speed, but I'm full health. If you would have gotten that Extreme Speed earlier, probably could have killed me, but this at Extreme Speed, definitely not enough, and I'm going to be able to take out that Arcanine, and that Confusion hit was the game changer right there. But at the same time, I don't feel that badly because of the opening crit, so there. But yeah, the Miami Dolphiones, at any rate, will go on to 1-1, so it feels good to get back up to 500 going into Week 3, as I go ahead and sweep this guy now. So, good game there, C-Fran. Definitely your team gave me some big surprise for me that you didn't end up using Mawile, but, yeah, that was a good match, and I just need to move forward Week 3 against Ham, so gonna be interesting, to say the least. And in today's question of the day is, what is your favorite dragon type? It is the last type out of all the types. Obviously, I've been going through all the types. What is your favorite? I mean, it was an easy way to knock out some question of the days. But this is the last one, so I'm gonna have to actually start thinking of other things to ask you guys. But as for me, it'll probably always be, I mean, I always like Dragonite, it's, because it's old school and I'm old school, but I also kind of like the designs of Haxorus and Flygon. But yeah, leave a comment about that, and I hope to see you guys again next time. Later, y'all.